Hey y'all, J.R. Fisher here on a bright and sunny Wednesday afternoon. It may not be bright and sunny where you're at. You know, we're kind of lucky because we're in sunny San Diego. Let me get something off my screen there. Wanted to take a second to talk to you about pain. And I just had some pain. Some rough pain. Why? Because right there, that's the gym I just walked out of. It was painful. And I think it's always going to be painful. And so why do I even bother doing it if it's going to be painful? My God. Because I know one thing. Here's what I know. You can't avoid pain. Only thing you can do, and you can't always do this, is you can choose your pain. You can choose whatever it is. So, you know, if I don't go in this gym here and I don't experience the pain, then I'm going to have the pain of growing old and things breaking and things not working right. And I don't want that pain. I'm going to go with this pain because this is painful, but it's kind of short-lived. I mean, it's like, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's over with, and then I feel good for the rest of the day. And I know if I don't do that, if I don't go into that gym there, I keep pointing at it, I know you can't see it, but believe me, it's behind you. It's LA Fitness right there. If I don't go into that gym right there, then I'm going to have old age pain, right? Things will start breaking and not working well. And I think that pain lasts all day long. So near as I can figure, I'm choosing the easiest route, which is about an hour and a half a day, 2 hours maybe sometimes. And that hour and a half, 2 hours helps me avoid 24 hours of pain, right? Because I don't want that. I want to be able to walk and, you know, get around and feel good for the majority of the day, which I do, which is a very cool thing. But it's that hour and a half in there to 2 hours, and I keep saying that because it varies depending on the day I go in there. And I don't even have to do that every day. I only got to do it like 4 or 5 days a week, something like that. But some people will avoid that pain. They'll say, well, I don't want to go to the gym. That hurts. I'm going to get out of breath. I'm going to go feel good, and I'm going to sweat, and that's uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable. And I get it. I don't want to be uncomfortable either. So I picked going to that gym there, and I keep pointing at it. You're going to see it in a second because I'm going to drive around here. I think you'll be able to see it. And I picked that one because I don't want the long-term pain of getting old. And, you know, you can extend this to anything in life. I mean, anything you want, really. I know when I started my business, I would get to work at, 7:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock, somewhere thereabouts, sometimes 8, depending on the day, and not get home till 6:30, 7, 8 o'clock at night. And that was the time to relax, right? Watch TV, chill, not do anything. But I didn't pick that pain. I didn't pick that resting time. I chose pain instead. And that pain that I chose was to work on a business, an online business, to, stay up sometimes 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 in the morning and still get up and go to work the next day. And that was painful, really, really painful. But I kept doing it because I knew that there was long-term gain there. I knew that if I kept doing that and if I kept learning things and if I kept making mistakes and failing, at some point I was going to succeed. And I did a little bit. I sold a few $1 million worth of stuff online. And now that I've got that going and I've put forth that pain, I've got money coming in every day. Pretty cool, because you know what? I don't necessarily work every day. And I got money coming in at nighttime when I sleep. And I sure didn't have that before I started my business. That's pretty cool. And tomorrow I'm leaving and going to the Mexican Riviera. Going to go to Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Cabo San Lucas. And the reason I can do that is because I went through pain. I went through the pain of staying up late, working on a business, and really not getting any return then, knowing that it was going to be long-term. Now, I'm going to suggest the same thing for you. And the reason I'm going to suggest it for you because it's the easier route to go. The pain that you're going to experience now will be easier than the pain you'll experience if you don't do it. Let me get something off my screen here. And the pain you experience if you don't do it is not having enough money, going to a job you don't like, having to commute every single day, sitting in traffic, not having the car you want, not having the clothes you want, not having the home you want. And that's painful too. I think that's a lot more painful than just putting in a couple extra hours a day and working on a business to get you out of that job. That's what I think. So one thing I do want to add today is you got to have a product to sell. If you don't have a product to sell, it makes it tough, and you got to have a good product to sell. Now, the easiest way, and if you keep taking these easy paths, you're going to find they lead to less things. Still have stuff popping up on my screen. And the easiest way to find a product to sell is just to go online, grab any product, try to sell it. Then you could make it a little bit more difficult. You could actually, let's say, go to AliExpress and start spending a couple hours, 2-3 hours, going through all the products on there and trying to find the ratings and prices and all that kind of stuff. And that's a little bit more pain. And I got something even more painful, but it's really not that painful. You could grab my book and it would tell you how to find a product to sell online that's profitable, even if you don't have technical knowledge, right? And not risking anything to do it. Well, you got to risk $5.60, I think, yeah. The book is www.jrfisherbook.com. If somebody would type that in for me, I would greatly appreciate that, because I can't type. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm in a car. Matter of fact, let me start driving because I got other stuff to do. I just want to talk to you a couple more minutes here. So, like I said, the level of pain you go through will be commensurate with the amount of results you get, okay? So if you go into that gym there, I'm going to drive by it in a second. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but anyhow, if you go into that gym and you don't work out, that's not that painful, right? You don't get much back. Now, if you go into that gym and it's right there, I don't know if you can see it in the rearview mirror, but if you go into that gym there and you work out for 15 minutes, you're going to get a little bit of result, not necessarily that much. You go in there and work an hour and a half, 2 hours, and you can overdo this, okay? I'm not going to extend it to where you're there all day because that would be wasteful. But if you go in there and work for an hour and a half, 2 hours like I work out, I think I get a little bit more benefit out of it, okay? So it's behind me right there. If you can see in the window, back out the back window, I don't know. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. You got to trust me, it's there. Look, I'm all sweaty. I obviously went there. So here's what I'm here to tell you. You can't avoid pain. You may want to avoid pain. We all want to avoid pain. We all want to be comfortable. But the best way to be comfortable physically and financially is to work hard on stuff now that other people won't do. Other people are going to go watch the game, or they're going to play video games, or watch movies, or binge on Netflix, and they're going to do all that stuff. And I'm not saying you should never do that. I'm saying you shouldn't do that most of the time. A lot of people do that most of the time in their downtime. Your downtime is the only time that you can invest in improving your life. So if you say, well, I don't have that much downtime, sorry, you still got to do it. You still got to invest. I didn't have much downtime either. I was a single dad. I was working 6-7 days a week, and I was on a rescue squad, and I was volunteering on an ambulance. So, hey, no, I didn't have a lot of time. I knew I didn't have a lot of time, but I also knew this, that I was at least at average intelligence, and if I kept working on this online thing, I'm trying to watch for traffic, then I knew that I could make some money at some point, and I did. And now, I've had days where we made over $100,000 in a day. That's insane. I mean, that to me it is. That may not be big money to some people, but to me that's big money. And I have people that pay me thousands of dollars for private coaching, and I have people that buy my courses, and people send me emails and thank me for stuff, and that's pretty cool. But it wouldn't have been there if I hadn't stayed up late and worked on some stuff and gone through some pain. So, whether it's the gym, or whether it's, putting a little effort into your business when other people are, watching the game or chilling in front of the TV, that's what it's going to take, guys. It's not, nobody's going to walk up to you and say, here's a business, why don't you enjoy it? Why don't you enjoy the fruits of it? It's not going to work that way. You've got to put in the time. And I still do some work every day. 6-7 days a week, I do some work. And if you're saying, well, I don't want to do that, I just want to work 5 days a week, 9 to 5, well, then you're going to have to put up with the pain of maybe being in a job you don't like, working for somebody you don't like, them telling you what to do every minute, when you can go to lunch, when you can leave, when you have to be there. I don't have to put up with that pain. And it's nice. I'm telling you, it's nice. It's nice to get up every day and I decide what I'm going to do. And I certainly have responsibilities in the business. But man, I'm glad I put in that little bit of time at night. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I invested that time. And I'm going to suggest to you that you do the same thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to suggest that you go get my book right now. And you know what? You're going to have to read it. And it's going to take you, a couple hours to read the book. Oh my God. But once you read the book, you can go out and you can find a product that's profitable to sell online without any technical knowledge and without any risk. That's pretty cool. You got to go through the pain of handing me $5.60 though. I'm not going to give it to you free. No, not going to do that. Now, if you don't want to read the book, but you want to know everything that's in the book, grab the audio. There's an audio version you can get of the book too, and you could drive down the street and listen to the book, you know? So guys, you're going to have to go through a little bit of pain. You cannot avoid all pain. It's not possible. You're not going to be able to do it. You're going to have the pain of the results of whatever you're doing or not doing. Because if you don't do something, you're going to ultimately have some pain from that. And if you do something, you're going to have some pain from that. But I would pick the early pain. Pick the early pain. Pick going to the gym now. Pick learning this business now. Pick reading my book now. And later on in life, you can enjoy the fact that you won't be having some pain. That's the awesome stuff. So if you're watching this video and you got something out of it, hope you did. Share it. Share it on your timeline. Share it to your friends. Send it in a message to somebody. Hit that little like button. Give me a comment. Love to get comments on these things. So, put a comment down there. Also, if you would do me a favor, type in there the link for the book. That's really helpful. The more stuff I have in there, the more this video gets distributed. I appreciate that. Somebody just did that for me. Thank you, Jessica. Just type in there www.jrfisherbook.com. You got that. It's not hard. You can look at what you put. But same thing. That's all you got to do. So I really appreciate you guys listening to me. I hope you have a great afternoon. I'm going to see you tomorrow, probably up in Long Beach by LA, heading out on a cruise. And I'm going to be on a really cool ship there. I want to show that to you. And then I'm going on another ship, going on 2 ships. 2 ships on a cruise, really? Yeah. Got to do it. Got to do it. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Don't forget, like it, share it, comment on it. Doesn't matter if it's live or not, right? Doesn't have to be live. You can still put your comments in there. And I'll see it. And if you got a question, heck, ask me a question. I'll answer it for free. That's cool, right? Talk to you later.